Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Star Trek Voyager's final battle officially begins in an exciting new sequel. IDW Publishing's Star Trek Voyager Homecoming, released to celebrate the show's 30th anniversary, gives Captain Janeway one last adventure. In a preview for issue 2, she must rally the crew to take Voyager back from species 8472, who have declared war on Janeway and the Federation. Star Trek Voyager Homecoming #2 is written by Susan Bridges and Tilly Bridges and drawn by Angel Hernandez. Species 8472, believing the technology future Janeway gave Voyager makes the Federation a threat, have commandeered the ship and declared war. Airing on the now-defunct United Paramount Network from 1995 to 2001, Star Trek Voyager expanded the franchise in exciting ways by exploring the Delta Quadrant. In its 7 seasons, Voyager faced down threats such as the Kazon, the Krenim, and the Borg. Voyager returned to the Alpha Quadrant, but left a lot of loose ends in the process. Now, IDW Publishing is giving Voyager fans the closure they have waited 24 years for with Homecoming. The first issue picked up where the finale left off, with Voyager being escorted to Earth by a fleet of starships. The celebratory mood quickly turned sour when species 8472, another hostile race encountered by Voyager, attacks the ship. Star Trek Voyager Homecoming #1's first issue not only explored the ramifications of the show's finale, but also some of its other dangling plot lines. For example, Tuvok had a condition that was causing his mind to deteriorate, and only a mind meld from a family member could save him. Yet, with 8472 attacking, Tuvok may not get the help he needs. Between the invasion and Tuvok's rapidly worsening condition, Captain Janeway has her hands full in the preview for Star Trek Voyager Homecoming #2. Species 8472's scheme to destroy the Federation is proceeding full steam ahead as they planned. The odds may seem in 8472's favor, but Janeway and company beat them once before, and they can do so again. While Janeway's victory over species 8472 is assured, it will not be an easy battle, as lives have already been lost. After years of anticipation and speculation, Star Trek Voyager is boldly heading back into the heart of the Delta Quadrant, and this time, it's for its final battle. The upcoming sequel, officially announced as Star Trek Voyager Final Horizon, picks up the torch where the original series left off, thrusting Captain Janeway, 7 of 9, and the surviving crew into their most dangerous confrontation yet. This isn't just another nostalgic revisit, it's an epic, emotional conclusion to one of Star Trek's most daring and character-driven adventures. A galaxy reawakens. The story begins almost 2 decades after Voyager's triumphant return to Earth. The crew have gone their separate ways. Admiral Catherine Janeway has become one of Starfleet's most celebrated figures. 7 of 9 has risen through the ranks, championing synthetic rights and Borg survivors. And Tom Paris and B'Elanna Torres have built a quiet life, raising their daughter Moral. But peace, as always, is fleeting. The first teaser for Final Horizon opens with Janeway's voiceover. "We thought we'd left the Delta Quadrant behind, but it never truly left us." That single line sets the tone for a story steeped in haunting echoes of the past, because something has stirred among the ruins of the Borg Collective, and it's calling for Voyager. The return to the Delta Quadrant when a Federation deep space relay picks up a mysterious transwarp signal. Starfleet intelligence recognizes the frequency. It's Borg, but different, fainter, adaptive. A living distress call. Against the recommendations of command, Janeway personally petitions to lead an investigative fleet back into the Delta Quadrant. Her mission: uncover the source of the signal, confirm the fate of the scattered Borg remnants, and prevent the rise of a new collective threat, which she finds is far more complex. An entire sector dominated by a new power, one that claims to be the rightful heir of the Borg legacy. They call themselves the Restoration, a faction of liberated drones who have merged Borg technology with their regained individuality. led by a mysterious figure known only as the Prime Node. They seek to rebuild the collective, not as a force of domination, but as a unified consciousness born of choice. But as Voyager soon discovers, even good intentions can be corrupted by power. Old Faces, New Frontiers, the sequel reunites several fan-favorite characters. Jeri Ryan reprises her role as 7 of 9, now a Starfleet Commodore, and the reluctant liaison between the Federation and the Restoration. Her internal struggle, torn between her humanity and her Borg past, once again takes center stage. Robert Beltran returns as Chakotay, now captain of the USS Proxima, a ship assigned to support Voyager's expedition. His dynamic with Janeway remains charged with unspoken tension, decades of friendship, loss, and unfulfilled possibility simmering beneath every exchange. Perhaps the biggest surprise is the inclusion of Harry Kim, finally promoted to captain, commanding his own starship, the USS Independence. His arc in Final Horizon reflects a mature, battle-hardened officer who must choose between loyalty to his mentor and obedience to Starfleet orders. And yes, the Doctor returns, more sentient and self-aware than ever. With upgraded holo-emitters and his own Starship research program, he serves as Voyager's conscience, questioning the ethics of re-engaging the Borg when peace was so hard-won. A war of ideals. The central conflict of Final Horizon isn't just about ships or weapons. It's about philosophy. The Restoration claims they seek unity through voluntary connection, a collective of the willing. But Janeway sees danger in their methods. Assimilation, no matter how consensual, risks erasing individuality, and history has already proven how quickly such ideals can rot from within. In one of the show's most poignant moments, Seven confronts the Prime Node, a former Borg queen who survived the collapse of Unimatrix Zero. She challenges Seven's belief that individuality can coexist with connection. You think humanity gave you freedom, but all they did was cage you inside your own mind. Seven's response is pure Voyager spirit. Then I'll break every cage until there are none left, not even mine. The clash between them becomes both philosophical and physical, a war for the very definition of selfhood. Janeway's final command. For Janeway, Final Horizon represents both a personal and professional reckoning. The woman who once defied Starfleet orders to protect her crew now finds herself questioning whether she's the one repeating history. She knows the cost of obsession, the pain of command, the sacrifices made to get home, and yet, faced with a new existential threat, she refuses to stand down. In the second act, Voyager becomes trapped inside a collapsing transwarp conduit. The only escape lies through the Restoration's central nexus, a living construct pulsing with Borg code and organic tendrils. Janeway orders a direct infiltration, mirroring the crew's desperate tactics from their original journey home. But this time, the stakes are higher. If the nexus is destroyed, so too will die thousands of liberated Borg minds. It's a moral paradox worthy of Star Trek's finest tradition, the needs of the many versus the rights of the few. Legacy and farewell. Every member of the original crew gets their moment. Tom Paris pilots Voyager through impossible spatial rifts with his trademark smirk. B'Elanna Torres hacks Restoration technology to give their photon torpedoes adaptive shields. The Doctor sings a final aria over comms as the ship powers down, a haunting echo of humanity amidst chaos. Even Naomi Wildman, now a Starfleet officer herself, joins the mission, symbolizing the next generation inheriting Voyager's spirit of curiosity and compassion. And then there's Janeway's final log entry. Voyager began as a ship lost in the stars, but what we found wasn't a way home, it was ourselves. The stars were never the destination. They were the beginning, the final horizon. The climax of Final Horizon promises to be one of the most emotionally charged sequences in Star Trek history. Voyager, battered and burning, makes a suicidal run into the heart of the Restoration nexus. Janeway personally pilots the ship while the crew evacuates to the Proxima. Her last words to Seven echo through the comm. You gave me hope when the galaxy was silent. Now give them the same. As Voyager vanishes into a blinding pulse of transwarp energy, the Delta Quadrant falls silent once again, but in its wake, a new constellation forms, shaped like the ship's outline. It's a fitting metaphor for the show's enduring legacy, the idea that even in loss, exploration continues. A legacy reborn. Rumors suggest Final Horizon will bridge into future Star Trek projects, potentially connecting with Star Trek, Picard's legacy characters, or Starfleet Academy's timeline. But whether or not this is truly Voyager's end, one thing is certain: it's a love letter to everything that made the original series endure. Resilience, discovery, and the unyielding belief that the human spirit can find light even in the darkest corners of space. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.